demand that you hand it over to the police. It's a tactic that ensures that he can potentially be charged with these crimes.
Very soon, I'm going to be actually relying on legislation and picking out specific paragraphs in regards to the authority being given to border officers to actually stop detaining individuals for a certain amount of time. But you, just like Tommy, we're speaking about you specifically. You have recently been targeted also by the police, yes or no?
Yeah. So I believe it's now 2 weeks ago. I was arrested under 2 charges. One of a Section 14. Of the Public Order Act and another of Section 19, causing racial and religious hatred for calling for deportations of economic migrants.
But let's get the wordings. You were arrested on suspicion for, but you were not charged. Let's be clear.
Correct.
Yeah. So you were arrested on suspicion of. An investigation is currently taking place. Have you heard anything since your arrest?
No, my suspicion is that they'll stay relatively quiet because they want to hold me on my bail conditions for as long as humanly possible.
And when we talk about bail conditions, what are your bail conditions? Is it only that you can't go to eat, I nearly said the bail pub? Is it that you can't go to Epping, or is it something else as well?
It's Epping, and there's other things as well, which I won't include just for the sake of my own privacy. But they're certainly very intentional to keep me at my work very low.
And since your arrest, Ezra from Rebel News flew over to this great country and he launched a campaign to raise funds to help you. And it was a crowdfunding fund. To mine. Don't say nothing. Yeah. Yours is shaky, it's unfocused. And I thought, this is rubbish. No, but listen to the point I'm making. It's irrelevant. What is important? You're out there every day and people love your style and your content. And that is what is important. The quality is irrelevant. It's the content that's important.
Well, what can I say to that? I feel quite flattered. No, the bottom line is I film raw. I just use my little old phone here that I've had a few years. I've had my little old
knackered old phone.
My knackered old phone, that's all I use.
But it works, man.
It does. I don't use any big trailers or anything. Brexit Brian is Brexit Brian. And my following is getting larger and larger. And as the man says, they like it raw. If you like it raw, you're going to get it raw from me.
Raw, big up Brexit Brian, the man with the raw footage.
Thank you very much.
That is also great.
Have a good day today, mate.
So, and you stay in the queue. He's going to come back in a second. So we've also got another gentleman here who's a citizen's journalist, but I'm talking specifically about Tommy.
Yep.
So what is your view on the fact that Tommy has been charged specifically under terrorism legislation for refusing to give the authorities the pin to his phone?
Personally speaking, I think it'd be thrown out of court for the simple reason is that what grounds have they got under the Terrorism Act? When was the last time a terrorism act was performed in any part of this country? So at the end of the day, it's a way of trying to get at the guy and persecute him. They've done that for a long, long time. So at the end of the day, there's no such thing as free speech in this thing. You can't roam freely. You're controlled.
But let's agree, terrorism has taken place on the streets of London. I worked for TfL at the time when bombs exploded. So terrorism does occur. But I agree with you. The issue is Tommy is high profile. He's outspoken, and the authorities don't like it, so they will do anything they can
To stop him, to speaking out,
to stop him. And to use terrorism legislation, it is an abuse.
And they use that in a roundabout way for basically trying to find out what is actually on his phone, who's on his phone, and what it involves and who it involves. So at the end of the day, there might be some high-profile people that are involved in it somewhere along the line. It's a bit like what I do with the child abuse, you know. The reason why we never have got justice was because there are politicians who are involved. The reason we won't get an apology is an acceptance of guilt. So at the end of the day, the guilty as hell right at the heart of Westminster. I always call it Westminster because at the end of the day, it's the paedophile palace. And that's why guys like myself, who are a child abuse survivor campaigner, never get any justice.
Excellent stuff. As normal, thank you very much. We will engage later on. And as you can hear, my man here is a child abuse survivor. And he has been campaigning for many years and raising awareness. And like I've said, the terrorism legislation is being used to force Tommy to reveal the contents on his phone. Tommy has argued, just like he told you not long ago, that he has been making documentary films and he has people to take care of, like survivors, people who were abused. He's got information from sources and it's privileged information. He cannot be revealing. He cannot be revealing the names and the details of these people by giving the PIN number. But also, Tommy Robinson has confidential communications between him and his lawyers. He cannot be giving the authorities access to that confidential information, and that is quite sad. So if you come round, my dear. So if good morning. What's your name?
My name's Una Jane Winfield. Can you hold that just a tiny bit higher?
I'll tell you what I'll do. If you stay there, I'll give you this one, and if you can hold that.
Yeah, and you hold them horizontally.
Hold them. Sorry, because it's been switched off. That's it. It's now on. You good?
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you perfect. We can
Good.
hear you.
I've just come back from 3 days in Brighton at the Philia conference. On the night of Thursday to Friday, young male activists attacked the Brighton Centre and smashed 5 plate glass windows, floor to ceiling. The police protected the centre and had to offer an escort, basically, to all the women. There were about 2,500 of them coming into the centre to listen to a wide variety of subjects to do with the status of women, with lesbians, with the gender ideology extremism that has infiltrated all Western countries. I'm glad to say that we finished our conference in peace and it all worked out quite well. But that explains why I'm wearing my badge. Can you take a close-up of this? A woman is an adult human female. It is nothing else. No men in women's single-sex spaces.
So you was part of the conference when the attack
masks is undimmed. They continued protesting, their word, ours is intimidating us, for the whole of Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and only stopped at 3:30 when the conference ended.
And for yourself, what gives you that passion and that drive and that determination to continue?
We're going to win back women's single-sex spaces. We want the ruling of the Supreme Court on the 16th of April this year to be respected by some original thinking in all local authorities, government departments, schools, universities, the NHS, every single private and public body. The law is, and always was, that the protected characteristic of sex requires them to offer single-sex spaces, not gender.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I look forward to engaging with you later on. Thank you very much.
You want my business card?
So if you can give the young gentleman your business card, that would be great. So good morning to all of you who are watching. My name is Wendell Daniel and welcome to Urban Scoop. And we are currently live and direct on Tommy Robinson's Twitter page and also on Tommy Robinson's YouTube channel. And if you have just joined us, Tommy Robinson is currently inside of the court. The case is due to start, we are told, around 10 o'clock. But the reason Tommy is appearing here today is that he has been charged under the Terrorism Act for refusing to give access, refusing the authorities access to his mobile telephone. And his defense, and he's got a justifiable defense that's in the act. He has confidential sources as a journalist on his phone, and he's also got private and confidential communications with his lawyers. So those are the justifications why he refused to give the authorities access to his mobile phone. And what I also want you guys watching to consider, if Tommy, this happened on the 28th of July, 2024, if the authorities truthfully believed that Tommy Robinson was a terrorist, would he not be currently on remand? Instead, nothing. So the Terrorism Act is being abused by the authorities. That is what is happening. And high-profile people like Tommy Robinson, George Galloway, and others, they are using the legislation to stop or to try and stop and to get into a person's phone. And in a few moments, I'm actually going to go into the legislation, and it's Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act. I'm also going to be looking at the Code of Practice, which was in effect when Tommy was arrested, and that was the 2020 Code of Practice. And I will tell you exactly the powers of the border officers who demanded access to Tommy's phone. So give me a couple of minutes and I will give you more information specifically to the Terrorism Act, Schedule 7, and where and why these border officers went beyond their powers. So give me a few minutes.
Yeah. Hello. Are you responsible for this camera?
Yeah.
Can you say something?
I'm live on air.
You are.
I'm live. I'm live.
I know.
Go on.
But did I say something?
Go on.
I am an interpreter.
Uh-huh.
I speak 5 languages. And I have got 17 years experience.
Uh-huh.
I am enslaved by language come from the They treat us like a slave.
But can I chat about that on another occasion? Yeah, not at the moment. I'll chat with you. I'm live on air. We can chat later on. Not at this moment in time. I'm not being disrespectful, but I have. Good morning. Not now. Good morning to all of you who are watching, and on YouTube. Good morning to all of you. So I can see on YouTube there's currently 2.2k of you, but we know on Twitter. Let's see how many of you are watching on Twitter, or X as it's called. We've currently got 22,000 of you watching on Twitter, and we are confident by the end of the day there will be over 100,000 people live on air. Last time I did this would have been, sorry, not the last time, I do it every week, but you may recall Uniting the Kingdom on the 13th of September when we had Elon Musk, and we had over 3 million live viewers. 3 million. We're not going to get 3 million today, but when I checked the figures before I came out here, 48 million people have watched that live stream. So that's the power of what we are now doing. We've got all of the big media boys, the BBCs, the Skies, the fake news. They're nothing. The BBC, Sky News, and all of them Channel 4 fake journalists, they can't get the views we get. They report bullshit, fake news. We give you the truth, and we give you truthful language as well. We don't talk crap. And we believe that Tommy Robinson is being persecuted by the authorities, and Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act is being abused, and Tommy Robinson is appearing as to defend himself against the charge. Let me just see, I'm getting messages. But I have to look at these messages. The answer to the question someone asked me is no, no, no. Has someone arrived? The answer to the question is no. So if you give me a few moments, I'm going to be looking specifically at Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act, and then I'm going to come back to you. Hi, Window. Not now, please. I'll talk to you, but I'm in the middle of doing. So if you are watching on YouTube, go into the YouTube chat and put your comments, because what I'm going to be doing very soon, I'm going to be giving out my live stream phone number. So I'm going to be giving you guys my live stream phone number, and you can ring me. So, and give me a comment. So if you are in the YouTube or on Twitter, I'm going to give my number out in a minute. And Chris from Mystic Media just sent me a message. He said, big up Wendell, amazing coverage, amazing interviews, and putting the mainstream to shame. I can see this young lady just here, and I can see they're watching. Come talk to me, please. Come talk to me. Don't be scared. We're live and direct. There's about 25,000 people watching at the moment.
I have never ever been in front of the camera.
You've never been in front of the camera?
Never.
Nor am I, man. I'm scared. What's your name?
Tahani Ali.
Tahani Ali.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Originally.
Yeah.
Egypt.
All right. So what are you doing out here today?
I'm an interpreter.
Oh, you're doing it. I won't ask you about the case because we don't want to be accused of stepping over certain lines. But what is it like for you and I'm generalizing now, to be an interpreter helping people?
It's a big mission, to be honest. Very challenging. We have to be impartial all the time.
Yeah, of course.
And we're doing our best, you know.
And you enjoy it.
Yeah.
But keep up the good work. Without interpreters, the criminal justice system will collapse. We need people like you, so keep up the great work.
We receive a lot of gratitude, and you know, from the judges, they always say, "Thank you so much. Without you, we couldn't do the job." And we really.
So the judges give you a big up as well.
Yes.
Big up.
Yes.
Excellent stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Excuse me. What's your name? You see this young lady here? She has been harassing me.
Harassing you?
Harassing me for a couple of weeks now for me to do an interview.
No, I haven't. I always turn down interviews, to be honest with you, but I want to be interviewed by you because you're great.
Why do people want to be me to interview?
Because you're the main man. You're the main man. You're
I'm
very
nothing.
controlled.
I'm nothing. Oh, what's your name? Come forward. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Paula London.
Paula.
Yes.
I know you're a Tommy supporter. Let's agree on that.
Yes.
Why do you support someone who has been described as far right?
Because the media, the mainstream media, often describe anyone as far right they don't agree with or they want to shut up.
They describe me as a white supremacist, so I've got no problem with that.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy. If you have a bit of education and do some research, you will know he isn't obviously racist or far right. So I took the time to read all of his books when he was in prison last. 3 books. I actually even wrote to him in jail. And I saw a very kind man. He's not a perfect person, but he stands at what he believes in life, like myself. So I salute men like that. And if they can arrest Tommy, they can arrest anyone that has similar views. So we all need to stand together.
And how rare is it in 2025 to see someone like Tommy fighting for his, forget what colour, race, gender, sex you are, he's fighting for everyone. Is that not a rare commodity in 2025?
Very, very rare. I mean, I was at the gym last week and I got harassed by a pro-Palestine man. All the men just walked by.
Hold on. We're going to come to that in a minute.
Okay.
We're going to come to that in a minute. No.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of left-wing women want to have a go at Tommy Robinson. But if they was walking down the street and someone tried to attack them, they'd want a man like Tommy walking past that would have the balls to stick up and stand in and try to protect the lady. We need more men like Tommy, not less.
So, Tommy is appearing today charged under terrorism legislation for refusing to give the authorities access to his mobile telephone. What do you think of that?
It's preposterous. And he was trying to protect
Can you spell that?
I can actually. I'm not cleverer than I look. He was trying to protect young girls' safety and their anonymity. So I salute him for that. He should be given a medal. He should not be arrested on this. I mean, it's quite farcical. So we'll have to see what happens in court. But the whole world is watching, so hopefully he'll get a fair trial. Well, it's not even a trial, it's not even going to be a jury.
So let's talk about you specifically. And last week, I believe you went to the gym.
Yeah.
At that gym, you suffered harassment. And as a direct result of that, the video you made has gone viral. How many millions has it had?
Well over 1 million. And Fitness First, can I just say, shame on you. You haven't reached out to me or my lawyer, but I'm not letting this go. I was accosted by an unhinged old man, shouted in my face, your staff did absolutely nothing. And what you actually done was break your contract with me because you're not allowed, your staff are not allowed people to come into the gym wearing provocative clothing. The unhinged man even shouted and said he's wearing it on October the 7th just to harass people. So shame on you. Any Jewish person that works at Fitness First, you need a head examined, and especially women. If your wife is going there, I don't think any husband should be happy with their wife going there working out on their own. Because if anything happens, the staff will just walk on by. Shame on them, shame on the staff.
Was you happy? Because I remember you and I are in a group, a media group together. And I remember when you uploaded the video, you said you wanted this to go viral.
Yeah.
You know, I'm normally skeptical of most people when they use that word viral.
I mean, a lot of stuff go viral, to be honest.
No, but if you should make, in my opinion, you should make something for the sake of making it, not because you want it to go viral. But it did go viral. Forget it did go viral. But are you surprised at the response, the positive response you've had from so many great people?
No, I'm not surprised at all. And the reason I wanted it to go viral was because I'm quite a selfless person and I care about other people. So the more people that see it, well, more people will cancel their Fitness First membership because they're not safe. It really could have gone really badly there. So, yeah, no, I'm glad it went viral. And I hope, Fitness First, you're going to hear from me again. Yeah.
Big up. Thank you very much. So as we can hear, this young lady, her name is Paula. Yesterday, she was down at Speaker's Corner. I wasn't there. And the reason I wasn't there, on Saturday, I did my first Sikh funeral. I did a Sikh funeral on Saturday. Then later on in the evening, I then did a fundraising event. I was busy, man. So yesterday was my day at home with my wife and my children. And I was able to get some roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, where normally I would get my curry, goat rice and peas. So that didn't happen yesterday. And today and tomorrow, we will be out here. And if you can turn the camera, you can see these great police officers in the blue tabards. Yeah, if you move around, sir. Under normal circumstances, I like these officers, I got respect for all of these, only the one in the blue tabards, yeah? I get on with them. And the reason we get on with them, these guys and girls, they are the creme de la creme. They are not Stampy from Charing Cross. They're the creme de la creme. And they look after people like us when we're out here doing protests. So they maintain the safety. And when you work in partnership with these guys, everything goes well. And I do hope he's listening. And I do hope that the commissioner of the police is watching this and I give them a big pay rise. Big up. So if you give me a couple of minutes, I'm now going to read from Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act. And I'm going to be looking specifically at the process and the border officers should be going through when they give me 2 seconds, I'll be back. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. No, but I've got tracking. No, not in a minute. Where is it? Or is it a man phone? A man phone. Huh? Yeah. Oh. Hold on. Let's do that on camera. Let's do that on camera. They all love me.
Yes. Thank you.
No. I'll chat you in a minute because I'm live. There's things I've got to do. So for those of you who are watching, I've now found the section where, so it says the executive summary of the appropriate legislation. This is from Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act. And it says the powers enable counter-terrorism police officers to stop, question, and when necessary, search and detain individuals travelling through UK ports and the border area to determine whether, and this is the important part, to determine whether the person is or has been involved in the commission, preparation, or instigation of acts of terrorism. So you are charged under the Act if the the border officers believe the person is or has been involved in the commission, preparation, or instigation of acts of terrorism. And that is the justification for stopping Tommy Robinson. And they stopped him and they've requested the PIN to his mobile telephone because they wanted to see what his phone contained. And can you now see and understand why that legislation has been abused by officers? They have to suspect that Tommy was involved in if they did, Tommy would be in prison on remand awaiting trial. Instead, nothing. So does that mean that the police or the authorities had a genuine belief that he's been involved in terrorism? He was told when stopped that they know he's not a terrorist. If they know he's not a terrorist, why is he appearing in this court today charged under the Terrorism Act? And if found guilty, the sanctions available to the judge is 3 months in prison, a fine, or both. So potentially today or tomorrow, Tommy Robinson could be facing a prison sentence, a fine, or both. That is how ludicrous and how corrupt the criminal justice system of this country has become. And I'm now going to speak to someone who's not very well known. Big up.
Big up. Hi,
What's your name, sir?
Shoaib.
So, I believe you are. What's your background?
So I'm a Pakistani Muslim and I'm an immigrant in the UK. This is the last 10 years.
So I know, just like me, you love Britain. What is great about this country?
Well, everything. You know, the British values, the British culture, you know, the tolerance, the tea. I love the tea. I know we should drink it, but I drink it now. But yeah, no. And the British people, I think they've shown me so much love and kindness since I've been here last 10 years ago. It's amazing. And that's why
hold on. You're saying you love the PG tips. When I went to India myself, I was on a train for 2.5 days. And people walk through the train, cha, 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 cha. So you prefer the PG tips?
Yeah, I do.
And the Thai food?
Yeah, I do. I do prefer the PG tips. That's absolutely true. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that is so great to hear. But last time we were here, if I remember correctly, you said that there should be a White History Month, not a Black History Month, a White History Month. True or not?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I actually registered the White History Month as the month of June, from the 1st of June till the 30th of June. And this started literally this year. Yeah, so that is true.
But hold on. I'm now scratching my bald head. Why do you want a white history month when you got the white history 365 or 64 days a year? Why do you want a month?
So I think I should have said I needed a year, but I started a month only because I wanted to say that there are things that I wanted to do for 30 days, where I can highlight the good things, the great things that white British people have done. So that's what I wanted to start. I didn't say it's limited to only white 1 month.
But you did. Were you smoking crack prior to coming up with this idea?
No, not really. I just thought, the white people need to be appreciated. Me, as a Pakistani Muslim, I come to the UK, and I wanted to see the British who are suffering right now. Tommy Robinson is one of the examples that we've got today, that the white people are suffering more than anything else. So if I were to make a complaint against a white person today without any evidence, I just call them a racist, and guess what? They will be in court, they will go to prison, and that's how easy it is. So I just thought, being in this country for 10 years and given everything that I've got today, I just thought I wanted to show my loyalty somehow, and that was me just saying thank you to the white British people, and that's what it was.
If I recall from certain things I've seen, has your loyalty been repaid by you losing your job?
No, not really. I was in the police station yesterday, and that is for me being a racist towards my own community. And now that case has gone from police station to the CPS, likely to be charged. So no, I haven't gained anything from it, to be honest.
Oh, all right. But listen, thank you very much. And what are your views on the fact that Tommy is appearing here, charged under terrorism legislation? What's your views on that?
I think this is absurd. I don't think there's, the Terrorism Act has been used so lightly these days, especially in the UK, that it's incredible that a guy like Tommy Robinson, who's a journalist, that he is in court today. They want to charge him only because he refused to give his pin code to the phone.
And it's justified. He's got a defense. Why he
because
didn't?
he's a journalist. He got sources. He got people. He got maybe people like me talking about my own Muslim community. I don't want the court to see, because as a journalist, it is he wants to investigate, and I want to give him all the proof I've got. So if they start outing the sources, like myself or somebody else, then where do we go then? Who do we go to? So no, he shouldn't be there.
But let me read this to you, is that the role of the individuals who stopped Tommy was to determine whether he had been involved in the commission, preparation or instigation of acts of terrorism. So had been involved in, or not. Sorry, let me say that again. The role is to determine whether the person is or has been involved in the commission, preparation or instigation of acts of terrorism.
Basically, they can do this to anybody.
To anyone.
I can be standing there and they can say, "Oh, we think, you might not have done it, but we think you might have done it." And on that basis, like I said, they're using this term so loosely these days that anybody and everybody can be a terrorist in their eye, and they can stop you, they can detain you, which I think is. And a guy like me from Pakistan, right, a third world shithole, telling you that this is wrong, this is bad, then it must be really, really bad. So it's not.
I hear you, and from what I've been reading and doing my own research over the last few days, is that there is parliamentary oversight to try and reduce the possibility of the act being abused, because we know there is rife abuse taking place. We had people, George Galloway and others, have been stopped and detained under the Terrorism Act, but he's a journalist. And additionally, Tommy had information that was private and confidential communication with his lawyer. So he was under no obligation to disclose. He answered the questions, but he didn't disclose.
Well, you know what? I think he had all the right not to give them the PIN code. I'm not a 10% of Tommy Robinson, and when they took my phone 10 months ago, the police, they asked me for the PIN, and I said to them no. And the reason why I said no to them, I've got a lot of personal information in there. I just don't want to give it to anybody. There's a reason why we got codes on our phone. And yes, I don't want to share my information with police officers, because at the end of the day, they are human beings. There might be some things that they can see, and that things can get leaked. And I don't want anything.
No. I hear you, but I'm going to disagree with your logic.
Okay.
The Act clearly states, that that they have the right to stop you and to ask you when you've got electronic equipment to ask for access. But there are defences against you giving them that information. For example, private and confidential business communication. You don't have to disclose all of that. Yeah. Also, if like with Tommy, he's a journalist and he's protecting his sources. He doesn't have to give that information. And also, private and confidential communications with your lawyer, you don't have to give it. Yeah. But what you said doesn't fall into those categories.
Yeah, I know, but I think for me as well, like I said, because I'm a Pakistani Muslim and the things that I'm doing, I get a lot of messages from the Muslim community, from the women of the Pakistani heritage who tell me their problems, who tell me, can you share our stories, but don't name us. But if the police were to get access to my phone, they can actually name them.
No, I hear you, but from what you're saying, you're getting the confidential information as a journalist, yes or no?
Yes, that's correct.
You didn't say that.
Oh, sorry, I know, that's what I meant. I mean, I'm not as big as Tommy, but yeah, I do my own research and everything. So,
Big up. That's all I can say, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tommy is currently in the court, and we was expecting, I haven't been watching, but what should have happened was that Ezra Levant from Rebel News should have been upstairs, and what he was going to be doing today is live. Is he up there? He must have sneaked. Is he up there? Hold on. Oh, so I'm now being corrected. Come here. Oh, no, I won't show you. I'm just gonna. So say that again.
So yeah, on Twitter, I think Ezra entered with Tommy, and then he's been live tweeting all the details. I just checked it.
All right, then. So I stand corrected. So apparently Ezra is up there. He sneaked in, man. He sneaked in like stealth. And yet again, we got some excellent police officers. I can't interview them. Hey, turn the camera around. Let me show people. So we got some amazing police officers. We got others down there. And if you follow me, so in the background also, we got other police officers down there. And their role today is to reassure. So they're here offering reassurance. They're not here to give trouble. And, we get on with the old bill. Many of you may recall that September the 13th, that Tommy and myself and many others, we live streamed a meeting Tommy had with the Metropolitan Police prior to September the 13th, and we saw the steps that are taken behind the scenes to ensure the safety of the public. And so we worked with the old bill. We love the old bill. But what you must remember, if the old bill misbehaved, like we saw in the Channel 4 documentary the other day, we are going to expose them. See, you got Officer Stampy. You remember that geezer? In Charing Cross Police Station, Officer Stampy. We also got a bad officer, Wayne Cousins. You remember that dirty, stinking officer who was involved with the murder of Sarah Everard? I was involved with that case, the video recording. We went also to the bandstand. So Tommy is up there. Tommy is currently standing trial, charged under terrorism legislation. He faces the possibility of 3 months in prison or a fine or both. All because he refused to give the authorities his PIN number for his phone because it contained privileged information. from his lawyers, and also from survivors who had been harassed, raped, and all kind of stuff all around the country. So that is what's happening today. And in a few moments, I'm going to go on my other phone, which is this one. And when I switch this phone on, it rings like hot, 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 hot. If you are finding Tommy's channel for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit it on YouTube and also on Twitter. So I'm now going to show you a phone number. So my trainee cameraman, who's very well known. So if you ring this number, 07442 780 038. 07442 780 038. 07442 780 038. If you ring this number, you can chat to Wendell Daniel from Urban Scoop live and direct outside of Westminster Magistrates Court. And I know that at Scotland Yard, they are watching. So I'm going to give all the officers down at Scotland Yard a shout out. Big up. Big up. So the back phone is ringing. Hold on. So my phone is now ringing, but nothing is coming up. Come on, ring. Carry on. So we're trying to get the phone. So the phone is now ringing. So I'm now answering a number which 982. So hold on, what happened there? So 982, good afternoon or good morning. Hold on. What you may have to do, you're going to have to turn, hold on, let me move back, hold on. See, when we start this up, so many people ring all at once. I've got about 100 people ringing me there. God. My apologies for those of you who are ringing. I'm just going to make sure. Shut up. So I'm now going to ring back some of these people who have been ringing me. Hold on. Hold on. This person is now, I don't know what's happening now. Shame on you. Hello. Let me try and get it. Wait, can you believe? I can't get it to work, but hundreds of people are ringing me. Hold on. Let me go backwards. Well, I'm gonna, and when I actually, I'm now getting so many calls. Hold on. I can see all the numbers. I can see 541 is currently ringing me. Hold on, let me answer because I've got to put it on speaker. Bloody hell, I've had it. Hold on. Oh, man. My apologies for all of this. I will get it on speaker in a minute. As soon as I put it on speakerphone, this won't work unless I can get it on speaker. I will eventually get you. My apologies for all of you who are trying to ring me. I will ring all of you back. This one, oh my God. 17. Oh, this is coming through so fast. I can't even bloody do that. Oh, let me try again. I know you're all going to laugh. Wendell can't operate the phone. I know that's what you're all going to say. He don't know how to do a phone call. But listen, I'm going to be doing this in a minute. I'm pressing answer. Hello. Stay there. Hold on, stay there. Which phone? Hold on, I'm getting there. I've turned it up. Which one is it up? So that's number 1. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hold on. Yeah, who's speaking? What's your name?
My name's Tony. I was a steward on the 13th.
So Tony, yeah. What's your assessment of what you're seeing happen at this moment in time?
It's a disgrace. It's making the English laws worthless.
And why do you think they're doing this to Tommy?
Because he has the vote of the people.
Yeah.
We've had enough.
Did you see Tommy arrive at the court where we did the interview with him?
Yeah.
And what did you think of what he had to say?
Well, he's the only one that he seems to be speaking the truth about things. And it's him who we have to listen to get the truth.
And isn't it a shame that there's very few people out there with credibility who, they're scared to say the truth. And when Tommy talks the truth, they want to put him in prison or label him as a terrorist.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But it's a corrupt government. Corrupt police force half the time. I know we had some good ones on the 13th, but it's terrible because the way the country is becoming.
And go back to the 13th. We had 3 million people on the streets of London, 3 million patriots. How did that make you feel being part of history unfolding in front of your very eyes? What was that like, boss?
It was a beautiful experience. I was a steward. I'd never been on any of his demonstrations before, but I found a voice to be able to go on there, be proud to be a steward, and see all them beautiful people coming together.
And it was great. But listen, thank you very much. The bat phone.
My pleasure. We love you, Wendell.
Big up. Let me get another one. Answer. I'll just press answer. Come on. So, hello. Who's speaking? Hello.
Henry Fiston North Scotland.
Hello. Who are you?
I'm a Mr. Henry Fiston North Scotland.
Say that again.
I'm a Mr. Henry Fiston North Scotland. I'm watching you on the telly.
Oh, you're in Scotland, so are you enjoying the coverage you're getting from outside of Westminster Magistrates Court?
I'm totally against it. At the end of the day, they shouldn't be able to deal with the terrorism act for not getting my pin to the phone.
Yeah. And why do you think the truth and the real reason why this corrupt criminal justice system is trying to label him as a terrorist? Why?
See, at the end of the day, they were trying to get into his devices to see if any of them are on the device. At the end of the day, it goes right to the top.
I've had to insurance myself for perjury. Ask him, Scott.
So it does. It goes all the way to the top. Police, government, everything are all involved in this, and that's why they wanted into his phone.
Aye. And where in Scotland are you, sir?
Stranraer.
Aye. So big up. Thanks for watching, and make sure you share the link here. Let me get some more callers. Thanks a lot, boss. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let's get some more callers. Let's get some more. Here's another one. Don't know what happened there. Hello. Hold on, what's that? Answer. Hello.
Hello, Wendell.
Big up. Who's this speaking?
Saskia down in Brighton.
You're in Brighton, so we've gone from Scotland to Brighton.
Two ends of the scale.
Excellent stuff. Are you enjoying the coverage?
Of course I am. It's you. All right, big up.
big up. But can you describe to me the feelings that's going through your body today, knowing that the gaffer, not Tommy, the gaffer is up there in court, charged with terrorism? What's your feelings on that?
I'm livid, Wendell. I'm
You're
not going to
livid?
lie. Absolutely livid.
And why are you so livid?
Because this guy is being put through hell pretty much every day.
No. Everyone loves Street Night. Brrr, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Not too bad, not too bad. What time you call this?
I've got the wrong train.
You've got the wrong train. So listen, I'll be with you in a minute. So you are livid that Tommy is up there. Have you thought of the possibility that if found guilty, he faces 3 months in prison, a fine, or both? Have you thought of that?
Absolutely, and we've watched it happen time and time again. I'm not the only one who feels like this. We need our man out there. We need our man representing us. We need him in some sort of power, and we just got to keep supporting him and keep on standing by our troops and keep calling all these corrupt people out. That's all we can do.
No, of course. And can you just imagine, if Tommy was found guilty today for protecting his journalistic sources and also for refusing to give private communications with his lawyer. If he got 3 million people out on the streets on the 13th of September, can you imagine how many millions and millions will be out on the street on this time?
Too right. Maybe it needs to happen. Maybe it needs to happen for them to finally get the message and leave the guy alone.
But can I be quite honest here? I've said to people in the past, I used to believe that Tommy was what they said, far right. And I did. But I changed my mind after doing my own research. And as you can see, I'm on the inner circle now. I know what goes on. They trust me, blah, 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 which is great. But I see the people who are there with Tommy behind the scenes, and he's far from being a right-wing racist. It's the exact bloody opposite.
It's just smear tactics, Wendell. That's all it is. It's opposite. Like far right is just opposite to them, far left. So that's how they project that terminology.
No, but you know something? I love it when they call me a white supremacist. Can you believe that?
Oh God! Don't even go there. That's how ridiculous, how stupid they are. I mean, people have got to realise that this is all falling on deaf ears now. They've overused these terms. They've been abused, and now they've just been watered down. They don't mean anything.
Excellent. But I'm now going to turn around, Are you liking my Urban Scoop jacket? I'm seeing if my cameraman is showing it. See, I'm right in front of the car. You like it, man?
Yeah, wicked, Wendell.
I'm going to sell this, man. £1,000. You going to buy it?
I don't want it, but no.
You don't want it? But just imagine I've been keeping warm outside of the court, man.
Well, it's doing its job, and that's all you need for it.
That's excellent stuff. So, listen, thank you very much. Next time I'm down in Brighton, I'm going to come and say hello.
You better. Take care, Wendell. Love you lots, mate. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. So I'm now going to answer the next call. So the next call. Good evening. Good afternoon. Hello. Who's speaking? Hello. Hello. Talk to me. I can't hear you. Hello. Well, I'll answer the next one. Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, no.
Hello. Who's speaking?
Speaking to Alan. I have got throat cancer. I'm paralysed from in a wheelchair. I'd just like to say you do an absolute fantastic job. You are my outside world young man, and you are one of the best journalists going.
And
on a Sunday. And I think that he's just being railroaded under the terrorism charges that he faces. Is a load of hogwash to make him a joke of the British jury system and the laws we have in our land because of the yoke we have throughout the system.
Yeah. So where are you ringing me from? Because you said you've got throat cancer and you're at home in a wheelchair. So where are you ringing me from, sir?
I'm ringing you from Manchester.
Manchester?
And I would like you to keep my number because I want to speak to you off record because I have a little present for you. And I will give it to somebody who will get it to you because you're too far away from me in London. But I was wanting to come to Speaker's Corner to give it to you. and it's a little trophy for being the best journalist for these severely disabled people who can't get out and don't get out. To see people like you at Speaker's Corner every Sunday, you're on my phone every week, and you have been since I discovered you on Urban Scoop and Tommy's channel. And it's a fantastic job what you do, because you're my outside world, and every time you're on, I'm always watching.
And you know, I apologise I wasn't at Speaker's Corner yesterday. The reason why, on Saturday, because Monday to Friday, I do funerals all over London. I own the company, we do lots, but I did a Sikh funeral on Saturday, big funeral, and then on Saturday evening, I then did a big event in Tottenham. So I needed a rest because I'm going to be out here all day today and tomorrow. But next week we will be back. But tell me something here. Do you like young Bob from Speaker's Corner? Do you like him?
What a wonderful little young man that man is.
Stay there. You're now going to see, so young Bob from Speaker's Corner is next to me now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him a microphone. So if you stay there, sir, because I need this microphone. See, if you hold that, Bob.
Yes, hello.
Hold on, stay there a minute. Don't say nothing. So for the people watching, we are breaking new ground today. Outside journalists, we're engaging directly with people online. We're setting standards here at Urban Scoop, and I'm currently speaking to a young gentleman in Manchester. He has throat cancer. He's confined to a wheelchair. He says about the importance of what we are doing, and he loves you, Bob. So if you speak to Bob, sir, he won't hear you, but so speak to Bob. No, put them both ears.
All right.
Both ears.
Yo, Bob.
Hello, how you doing, sir?
Wendell, I'm 66. So thank you for saying I'm a young man.
Well, Wendell always does that. That's kind of the courtesy he gives. But how are you doing today?
I'm not too bad. I'm having a good day now. You're there. And so, young man, I want to say to you, will you by yourself establish, young man, because you worry me so severely when I see you with Wendell. I know Wendell will look after you when he's with him at Speaker's Corner. But what you are doing now and what you are taking on in your life at the age of 17, young man, is very, very dangerous and very courageous. And that is what I want to say to you. You need to look after yourself.
Yeah, trust me, I've already got mother figures in my life. Like people just immediately text me with the same concerns. So I am pretty grounded with people who have come up to me. So I am safe. Of course, for myself, if it was just me, I'd probably be in much more greater danger. I mean, there's always that homage that says there is a small line between stupidity and bravery, and all the time I always break that line.
Excellent.
There's a lot of people out there that are the second one, stupidity ones.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are the most dangerous. You see it every day, so you must look after yourself, young man. And look after Brother Wendell, will you, for me? Because he means a lot to me, Brother Wendell.
Yeah, I'll try to. I think he's trying to hand me over, but God bless you, sir. I hope you get better soon.
God bless you, son.
Oops. Thank you. So, sir, just like I've said, we're breaking new ground. So as citizens journalists, we are engaging directly with our viewers, and we're live, not like the mainstream media. What they've got to do, they would not dare do this. They have to edit. I personally believe in freedom of speech. I do not believe in editing footage. It is dangerous when you do this. Yeah, go on, I'm listening.
Wendell, you are the news and you are the future. So keep doing what you're doing.
Excellent stuff. But what I would say...
Give me a ring, Wendell, offline.
Yeah, we will do that. But what I want you to consider is not me, Urban Scoop and citizens journalists. That is what Tommy is we're promoting citizens journalists and we're promoting Urban Scoop. So any citizens journalist can do what I do.
Last year when he was in prison, I took food, an old home full of food and Christmas presents down to the prison, and they would not take them up there. They wouldn't even take a Christmas card, or give Tommy a Christmas card. They wouldn't even take a Christmas card for themselves, for their own officers, to wish them Merry Happy Christmas. I come all the way back home. Paul Thorpe can back this up because I went onto his channel and shown him everything that I bought Tommy. I then sent him a telegram, not Instagram, telegram. And they signed for it out of prison, and Nicola Marfley never let him have that telegram. And Tommy doesn't even know who I am.
Excellent. But all I can say is thank you very much for supporting Tommy. Thank you very much for everything you've done. And it is so refreshing to know that even though you're going through your own struggles, you are doing what you can. But all I can say is thank you very much. And I'm going to go on to other people. We've got your number and we'll be in contact. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to answer one more. So the number ending in 910. Good morning. What's your name?
Hi, how you doing, Wendell?
I'm good. And who's this?
It's Billy all the way from Scotland.
You're ringing out, and this is two from Scotland, man.
Yeah, sitting on the building site listening to you, Wendell. I'm here supporting Tory on the cause, mate.
Oh, do you know something? It's so great doing this. Just imagine if you rung into Talk Sport or LBC or the BBC, they will have to interview you first and screen you to see if you're rubbish, innit? I just flick the button.
I was down all Tommy's protests down in London in September. I've been down to them all. And I'm sitting in my digger around just watching the court cases as it goes on all the way from Scotland. I support everything you do. Support everything Tommy does. And it's just as bad up here in Scotland.
I know.
The country's run over.
So tell me what it's like from you watching all of this stuff unfold down here at Westminster Magistrate School. And we know that they're watching this live stream at Scotland Yard. So big up in Scotland Yard. So what's your views on what you're seeing?
Well, everybody thought at one point, when we watched the news, obviously, the fake news up here, it all seems to be happening down London. But over the past few years, we've seen it just happen just as much as Scotland now. The hotels in Glasgow are overrun with illegal immigrants at the moment. They're housing these people, they're not vetted and things like that. It's just getting bad up here. But as I say, it needs more men like Tommy out there. And it's terrible what they're doing to Tommy. Terrible.
Terrible. I hear you, but all I can say is thank you very much. I know my phone is red hot. Let's get some more.
No worries. As I say, it's all the way from Scotland. God bless you, Tommy. God bless you, Wendell. And thanks very much for the job you're doing, lads. Keep
Excellent.
up the good work.
Thanks a lot. And that's thank you to Tommy and thank you to Urban Scoop that I'm doing this.
Right, thank you very much. All the best. God bless.
Bye-bye. So my name is Wendell Daniel, and it's coming through hot and fast, hot and fast, hot and fast, hot and fast. Hot and fast. 551, good morning. What's your name?
Good morning. My name's Samantha. Thank you for answering. I feel so blessed.
So Samantha, where are you ringing from, man? Where are you ringing from?
So I'm actually ringing from Northamptonshire, Warwickshire borderline.
Oh, and what made you decide to pick your phone up to chat with me on Urban Scoop, where Tommy is appearing in the background? What made you pick the phone up?
Because of the protection of our people. The 13th of September was something I didn't actually realise I was being so lied to by the media. And after I found out about Unite the Kingdom, I decided to step out of work and do a lot of listening, research, following you guys, just listening to real journalists like young Bob, bless him, he's such a, but the ultimate reason why I picked up the phone today is simply because we have such a national security issue that we have a civilized journalist that is being prosecuted and in the way of invading, like allowing others that are committing such horrific crimes is such a huge statement for Islamic and the history of Islam is so important for people to understand the catastrophic fights that went on for over 1,400 years with Islam. You know, in 1924, the caliphate was ended for a very good reason, for the safety of Western civilization. And this is what Urban Scoop have been able to bring to my attention. And you've done it to millions of people. And I can't thank you enough for making me aware of, actually, this is a really, really big statement of history, what we're going through right now.
Yeah, that's right.
It's important that people are aware of the accurate news in order to hopefully get this turned around so we can protect, moving forward, innocent people.
Yeah. But isn't it shocking how, but isn't it shocking, sorry for coming in there, isn't it shocking how the mainstream media, the BBCs, the Skies and all that, they were heavyweights, they're now small little things, man, you get what I'm saying? How they've been lying to people for so many years and decades, and people have been drinking all of their fake news. But it's now that we got independent journalists like myself who are out there, and we are bringing you the truth. Just like now, you know, I'm doing this unscripted, unedited. I don't know what you're going to say. If this was the BBC, you will have to go through a process before they'll let you come on air. Not on Urban Scoop. We want everyone. But all I can say, my dear, is thank you very much. And thank you for ringing. You know, have you been enjoying the coverage so far?
Do you know, thank you, first of all, for your time and just such, like, you know, your response. And, you know, I think that, you know, I've been enjoying the live coverage because we're finally at a point where we can actually get live coverage because, you know, I'm predominantly from villages and, you know, we in the villages and the quieter areas of the country, we've been able to turn a blind eye to what's been going on out there in the world because, you know, we have, of course, also experienced two-tier police systems. Last year, I had a man that had approached me in November. He was a white British man, violent. When I took it to the police, my statements were eradicated. I ended up cancelling the prosecution of him because of the way that the information had been depleted from it. Only within 4 or 5 months of him assaulting a lady in her 70s, causing a brain injury and a wrist injury. And, you know, we're starting to see, well, I'm certainly seeing that this impact of Islam over Christianity is a war that's been pushed on innocent people, and we've been the ones that have tolerated and accepted it. So the news that you share has allowed me to see what's actually going on. The machete attacks, when there's been live news feeds that have been shared, whether Tommy's been sharing, the violence that's been occurring, that doesn't happen in the villages. People don't see it. So when they're getting exposed to the news, we're talking people that are driving electric cars that think that everything's perfect and wonderful and have no idea that actually there's this massive breakdown of our system.
Yeah, I hear you, but excuse me, all I can say is thank you very much for calling. Stay there. I'm going to be here until Tommy exits or the trial finishes. He may exit for lunch, but we will continue the live stream. I'm prepared for a minimum of 12 hours live streaming today. So by engaging with you guys, it's not dead air. You know what I'm saying? At least you're getting some entertainment and education as well. But big up.
Do you know what? Sorry to interrupt you there, but do you know what? That's the exact thing. You know, I think that with the sort of, as we know and aware of, with the current media, mainstream media, that is we all know that now that you've been able, with yourself and other journalists that have been exposing the truth, you know, it really explores you to learn about the history. become educated about something that you represent, because whether you represent something good or bad, you should understand it wholeheartedly. And for anybody that represents good, there really is just this absolute power of humans love truth. There's just something you cannot deny it. Any human seeks it, whether it's a relationship with a partner, a work, a topic of volition, anything like that. We all seek truth, and this is why you guys ultimately are a savior. Really, I genuinely think that Tommy, of his perseverance all these years, this is the only reason why I stayed quiet, because I've worked in children's homes, I've worked in areas where I've had a young girl that's, you know, it's just absolutely absurd that the protection of this type of criminal behaviour is sweeping.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to ask my cameraman to move the camera around so you guys can see something else. But I'm going to continue speaking. So all I can say is thank you very much, and I'll move on to someone else.
Of course, yes. You take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
God bless you.
So 806. Good morning. How are you?
Hello.
806. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. You may not see me on camera because I've asked the cameraman to move the camera around so we can show other things. Yeah. But you can hear my voice. I can hear you. Why did you decide to ring in today?
I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that Tommy Robinson is in court today. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I'm furious with it, to be honest.
And why do you think the authorities are persecuting Tommy consistently, week after week, month after month? Why are they doing it to him?
Because he's saying things the government don't want everyone else to know. I'm in a fight of my own at the moment with the Welsh government. I'm calling from Wrexham in North Wales. I'm in a fight at the minute myself with the Welsh government because they have removed parental rights. So I can't decide what other religion my children are taught. So my son is currently off school at the moment because they had an Islam representative going to school and teach my son about the Islamic faith. And I'm not allowed to give consent to that. They don't have to ask for consent. The Welsh government have removed parental rights.
I hear you. But listen, all I can say, thank you very much for calling in. My phone hasn't stopped ringing for the last hour since I gave my number out. And it is going to be an interesting day. The time is now nearly 11 o'clock. And technically I'm here till whenever the court case finishes today, which could be between 3 and 5 o'clock. So I've got a lot to do and I'm bursting. So thank you very much.
No problem.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. Let's get one more call. So one more call. So, hello. Let me answer. So 656, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, what's your name, sir?
My name's Luke.
So, Luke, where are you ringing from? Whereabouts?
So, I currently live in Shropshire, but I'm an ex-police officer and I currently work on the front line for the NHS in Birmingham.
So, you are currently a police officer, yeah?
No, I'm an ex-police officer that currently works as a paramedic.
Oh, my apologies, sir. So, you're the XO Bill. So, tell me, why do you believe that the authorities are persecuting Tommy?
I think they're persecuting Tommy. I think we're living absolutely under tyrannical government, and they're persecuting Tommy because not only I think now Tommy Robinson has become a movement. It's not about one individual. It's about the British public and now seeing how this two-tier justice system, they're weaponizing the justice system, and Tommy is the figurehead, and they're going after him because they think if they can silence him, they'll silence the millions and millions of people that are now waking up and seeing the truth of what's happening to the UK.
Yeah, but don't you believe the more they go after Tommy, the more his profile goes up the more people support him.
Absolutely. And I think it's been a massive mistake.
You're not going to believe what's been going on.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just. Don't go anywhere. Go on. Yeah, go on. So someone from the court has just come out. So if you finish, then I'll go to that person.
Yeah, sure. I just think it's a massive mistake. It was a massive underestimation by the system that they thought by weaponising the judiciary against Tommy or Stephen, against one individual, they thought that would silence everyone, but it's had the opposite effect.
The opposite effect,
galvanise that movement. And every time they do what they're doing now, it makes the movement and it makes the British public stronger in their belief. And they don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do next.
I hear you, but all I can say is thank you very much for ringing. I'm now going to engage with someone who's been in court. Excellent, thank you very much. So for those of you who are watching, so if you come, sir.
Hello, well, how are we doing, all right?
So let me put this on you.
Well, then.
You don't have to touch it. So those of you who don't know this geezer, yesterday, he was with Tommy.
Yeah.
They went out for a posh dinner.
Oh, as we usually do.
Yeah, and he was meant to arrive. Was it at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock?
When? Yesterday daytime?
Yeah.
No, I turned up about 4:30.
They turned up late. And what did you have? I heard about the roast. What?
I had lamb shank.
See?
Tommy had beef and sirloin. Don had lamb shank. And I had a few pints of Guinness as well, Wendell, of course. You know what I mean? That was expected.
I know, but let's go backwards, yeah?
Yeah.
You've just come out of the court, yeah?
Yep.
Have you been inside of the court?
Yeah, I've been inside the courtroom. One of the press that actually do a bit of journalism work, I think for Urban Scoop and UTK, Cilla Lewis, the judge asked her to put the phone away. Nobody's allowed to use the phones or anything like that. You can't get your phones out. If you've got a laptop, you're allowed to do some work like that. But phones and all that, that's not allowed at all.
So you can't live tweet anymore?
No, you can't.
So does that mean Ezra's been stopped?
No, Ezra's doing it from his laptop. So you can use your laptop with it, but you can't use your mobile phones. Everybody else has got mobile phones. So the judge has had a bit of a barney about that. They've just had the opening speech from Crown Prosecution. She's brought in a police officer that looks around about 12 years old that was there on the day. So he's in the dock right now giving his statement. One thing where the courtroom actually erupted into a bit of laughter when Tommy was arrested and they said, we need your phone. He goes, I'm not giving it to you, cunts. And then everything just erupted in the courtroom a bit.
So he spoke his normal language, but being inside of the court, the prosecution has introduced their... What was that like for you to be actually in there as history's unfolding in front of your eyes?
To tell you the truth, I'm quite used to it with Tommy. I've been taking him to court for many years now, you know what I mean? So it's nothing new. But it's only just started. I had to get out of there for a little bit because you can't really hear much in there. I've said to them to up the speaker a little bit in the public gallery, but they're not even up on it, so you can't hear anything. So
for the people watching, if you don't know this reprobate, big up, look. I love Bangladesh.
I bet your gear comes from there as well, doesn't
it? Bigger. So, but for those of you who don't know, this guy, he's one of the founding members of the EDL, the far right. So listen. You started off with Tommy Donkeys years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, nearly 20 years ago now. You know what I mean? I was there from right at the start. Yeah.
So you started the EDL.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's be honest,
Yeah.
In the days, Tommy was a rebel, man. He was a hooligan.
We're still on now. We ain't changed. We just got better at hiding it.
but you know, one thing I really do like here, and I'm being quite honest, Tommy is now showing maturity.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He's changing.
His level of intellect has gone up over the years, which I'm even shocked by. His debate.
Was that because you ain't got none?
You know what? I'm going to go somewhere else. But no, intellectually, how he debates and argues and puts a point across, especially in the podcast and when dealing with the press, you know what I mean, is absolutely brilliant. I'm actually quite shocked to see his progress after what we were doing back in the day. You know what I mean? It's a completely different vibe. Everything's changed now. It's a hell of a lot more professional. You know what I mean? We literally took over the country. We used to dream of demonstrations like the 13th of September in EDL days. Me and Tommy used to have many late nights talking about maybe we won't see them numbers on the streets, but maybe our children will. And you know what? He's managed to achieve it in his lifetime. So that's a dream achieved. So God bless him.
Isn't it so great to see how it started 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Where you had a few thousand people on the streets following you.
Yeah.
And 4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
then you got 3 million patriots with their flags.
3 million people, yeah.
Isn't that great?
It's absolutely incredible. Back in the days, English Defence League used to take back many thousands up to streets up and down this country. I mean, I think at one point there was about 10, 15,000 when we went to Stoke-on-Trent. That one didn't end too well, but it was a fun day. But yeah, to see all the millions come out in support of Tommy Robinson, Urban Scoop, UTK nowadays is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, but let's
It was only a dream. It was only a dream.
Yeah.
It was all a dream. Yeah, but it worked out. It worked out.
But
yeah.
let's go backwards
Yes.
to them days.
Go
For
on
the
then.
people,
Go
because
on then.
what I liked about the people on Urban Scoop, and the people on Tommy's YouTube and Twitter, every single person who follows Tommy is educated.
100%, yeah, definitely. Everybody's educated in the matters that we speak about, especially when it comes to religious ideologies such as Islam. We're not idiots. We're not fools. We don't have the cloaks drawn over our eyes no more. And you know what? And the main important in this country is the Joe public aren't listening and bowing down to the mainstream media as they used to. We're the new media now. We control the narrative because we tell the truth. The public know that, and that's why we're getting all the support we're getting.
But do you know what was really? Hold on. Do you know what was really great? I just saw this young. When I see certain people, I know things are happening. Yeah. Just like when the media, when they see me, they focus their cameras because they know Tommy's going to turn up somewhere. But the point I was going to make, you know, when I first met you, I used to call you Tommy's bodyguard. But what is it like for you to be? You know, you and Tommy are good friends.
Very.
Yeah, you're a Sikh.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against you. Look at his face. Look at his face. Yeah.
What are you going to say next?
No. Because Tommy is seen as a right-wing racist.
Yeah.
You're his best friend, one of his best friends.
Yep.
And you know, you go everywhere together. You do things.
Yep.
What is that like for you?
Nothing. He's one of my closest friends, you know what I mean? I trust him around my family, you know, everybody around him. And there's not many people I'd have in my household, but he's welcome all the time. And that's the be-all and end-all of it. There's never been a racist word to come out of his mouth. No racist intentions. There's nothing racist at all. So this whole, I mean, to be far right nowadays is actually a compliment. It just means you just want to be decent and normal human being. So I actually accept that quite a lot. But even the press and certain media outlets that put that narrative on you nowadays, that doesn't work either. So let them just keep saying it because they're just regurgitating a load of rubbish that nobody believes.
Yeah.
Wendell, I'm going to pop off.
Yeah.
All right, listen, Wendell, thank you very much all at home. Nationware.co.uk, support the Bangladeshis.
Oi, bring my coffee back, you know. You got to look after me. I'm a kid. So for those of you who are watching, if you don't know me, my name is Wendell Daniel. And today I'm not wearing my Union Jack suit. I'm in my normal civvies today. And what is so important for me is to be out here bringing you the news live and direct. And I've had a couple of business calls, which I haven't answered, and I will do in due course. But it has been an amazing experience to be out here. And one thing that's really important for me is that, just like our man just said just now, Gumit, what he has said is that we are the new media. Tommy's vision is that we have citizens, journalists throughout the country, throughout the world. And it's we who change the narrative. We've taken control of the narrative. And if you have a look, go and look and see the BBC, ITV, Sky News, Channel 4. When it comes to reporting, we get more views than them. If you want to talk about views, want to talk about content, we smash them. When we did Uniting the Kingdom on the 13th of September, I started off the live stream, as you know, with my Union Jack suit. When I handed over to Big TV in Whitehall, we was on something like 1 million views. When Elon Musk came on, we was on 3 million live viewers. This is live viewers. At the moment, it's on something like 48 million views. And that is how important what we do is. And that's a demonstration of what people think about what we are doing. And all I can say is to everyone who watches Urban Scoop, if this is the first time